Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Mark.
And this is the Dark Ballcast.
This week we are proudly sponsored by Sunwater. Brought to you by Tantalizing Cubes of Crystal Energy.
We've got I've forgotten how to do this.
Just talking to the fucking mic. We didn't do it properly.
We've done a month without actually recording.
Yeah, because we didn't really do a proper one, did we? A clip show, a clip task.
It took me fucking ages to put that together.
I said it's ironic, isn't it, how the show with the least amount of original content was the hardest to produce.
Yeah, tracking all that shit down. Like, it was a mind-numbing couple of weeks.
To listen to ourselves back, and it was horrible. To put myself in the shoes of the listeners.
So it's been an interesting week in the UK, hasn't it? With the Queen's Jubilees.
Yeah, the Platinum Jubilee.
So was it 70 years?
Some stupid
Just
shit like that.
Fuck off already. Come on now.
Let your fucking philanderer son have a go.
Yeah, like, come on, we're bored now. Like, the quids need a bit of sprucing up, don't they? The coins are getting a bit...
Yeah, but to be fair, though, when Charles goes on the pound coin, all you'll see is ear.
I'd love it. I'd love it if the coins aged as the Queen did. So every year you gave all your coins back in and they changed the face. So now we'd have the wrinkled prune that she is.
What I think could be better is if they changed all the coins. So instead of having, like, obviously a different design for each coin, so like 1p, 2p and all that, but instead of them all just being a circle with a different colour or design on it, we should make them all part of her face. So that, like, the pound coin is her nose.
What, because you're saying that the nose is the highest value of the coin?
It's my favourite bit of her face.
Yeah.
50p's the top lip. So if you have one of each coin, you could make her face.
Yeah,
a jigsaw.
This isn't a bad idea. Or we go on like a POG-based system. You remember POGs?
I loved POGs.
Dude, I loved them too.
What
was you meant to do with them, though?
Just POG, mate.
Just POG.
Just having a POG, aren't I?
I had fucking loads of POGs, right?
I did.
Don't know why.
Kept him in a Pringles tube.
Yeah, I kept him in. Do you remember Bionicle? Oh, it's a throwback episode.
Bionicle.
I kept him in like a Bionicles tub.
Yeah.
Right, and I just had fucking tons of them. So I'm thinking a POG-based system.
Right.
All the coins are the same shape and size, but have a different picture. So like this one's like,
they all blend together.
A queen on the beach. Or a queen trying out ice skating.
You know when you say a queen, do you mean like one's got Freddie Mercury on it?
Yeah,
and another's got like Elton John on it.
It's all the same queen.
Oh, but, not just like random gay celebrities.
But as you would have a POG, you have a queen on this coin.
So instead of like someone going, how much change you got in your pocket, you go, oh, I've got 2 beaches and a deck chair.
Yeah. Two beaches and a ballroom queen. Do you know what I mean? They've all got different values.
I prefer my face idea. Yeah, do you know what annoys me? Is the fact that we've all had to take 4 days
to
celebrate this OAP sitting down for 70 years.
Yeah.
And she can't be asked to turn up to half of it.
What? So I didn't follow any of it. I was too busy. What happened?
So there was some Jubilee events that she didn't go to, that she was supposed to go to, because obviously she's got mobility issues and she's old and stuff. All right, then, we'll step down.
Yeah.
Because if you're not well enough to go to your own celebration, you aren't well enough to be queen of a fucking country. And frankly, I don't recognise her as my queen. I don't recognise anyone as my monarch who doesn't wear a suit of armour and ride a horse into battle.
Wouldn't it be great if that's how the monarchs were chosen? Like, you could
just a fight.
You could challenge the Queen at any point. But
I think I'd win against the Queen.
There's one rule: you must be the same age as the monarch.
I was going to say, because I could take the Queen.
Yeah, so like you'd have to be like right now, what 96, and you're gonna go. Look, I've got a few years left. I want this in my bloodline. I am gonna fight the fucking Queen. I'm gonna joust the Queen.
Yeah, and then when I win, I would encase my body in steel, so no one could beat me if they challenged me.
I reckon I could defeat the Queen instead of like a jousting rod. I could defeat her with a French baguette. I think.
Is that what it's called? Jousting
I don't
rod?
know. Spear, longth.
A jousting longth.
Sounds right, doesn't it?
No, I think it is French baguette. I think that's the correct term.
Yeah, French baguette.
A jousting French baguette.
So the funny thing with the Jubilee is there was all these street parties, weren't there?
Yeah.
Like, loads of people doing street parties, and I can't think of anything worse, to be honest.
Because I want to park my car.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, get the fuck out the street, hippies.
So it seemed to be something online that people were complaining that there was like people trying to dictate what people could and couldn't do on their street party. Like if you didn't contribute, you weren't allowed there. So I found a series of posts on Reddit, which I think perfectly sum it all up. So
okay.
This is titled
Colour Me Reddit.
Banned from my street on Friday. Is this allowed?
No, it's not.
So immediately, like, can you imagine you're renting, you're paying what everyone else is paying, or you bought your house, you're banned from your street?
Unless you're a sex offender, I'd say not.
So, 2 weeks ago, the topic of the Jubilee came up with my neighbour, and they asked for £14 per household so they could buy 17 kilogram of chicken for the party.
Get fucked.
Fucking chicken, just chicken.
Yeah, is that all the service?
Yeah, like
boiled chicken.
And they thought, there's so many houses on this street. What do we need? 17 kilos of chicken. Like, I want to see the maths.
How many kilos per house is it?
£14 per household, though.
That's a lot of money.
That's
17 kilo of chicken.
Ton. Yeah, I could have done that for less.
No shit.
Give me 14 quid.
I could have gotten meat and said it was chicken.
Yeah.
For a lot less.
I refused.
I hear bat's nice.
I refused. Neighbour went off running his mouth, but I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, yesterday I got a letter in my door saying I can't leave my house on Friday. If they see me outdoors, they will send councilmen round. Is this legal?
No.
Are the council really on their side?
And also, are they actually councilmen? Is that what they're called?
I have paid my council tax using the 10 payments method for the last 7 years.
Hello, I am Mark, local councilman.
Oh, look, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it maybe a bollard? No, it's the councilman. So, yeah, I found that incredible.
It's ridiculous.
There's always one person who thinks they run the street.
It should be. You're not allowed out. You can come out your house, but you're not allowed to eat the chicken.
Okay.
Because I've managed all my life to leave my house and not eat chicken I find in the street.
So, Mark, there's been some really good
street chicken.
There's been some really good posts regarding that one post. So this one reads, I'm a butcher and a customer has ordered a load of chicken from me for some sort of party this weekend, but he's 14 quid short. What should I do?
Only give him 2 kilos of chicken.
Is it reasonable of me to cancel the order? I know there's lots of Jubilee parties happening this weekend, and it might be for one of those, so I don't want to be a dick about it. But if I let him have all this chicken for £14 less than we agreed, it's coming out of my pocket. So that was response 1. Okay, that's moderate. It's a nice little middle of the road.
That's funny. I like it.
Okay, this next one. I'm a councilman. Will I get some marinated pickled chicken if I do some Jubilee enforcement work this week?
Pickled chicken? Pickled chicken.
I've been asked to work on the bank holiday by a group of neighbours who need to prevent another freeloading neighbour from accessing their street party. The neighbour in question refused to contribute towards lemonade and free-range chicken.
So it's free range now.
So I'll get bank holiday rates by boarding up their front door. I'm wondering if I'll be able to get a bite to eat while I'm there all day. Okay, so that one.
I am a council man.
Here's the final one. Now this one's my favourite response. I'm a chicken. And I've been asked to marinate in pickle in order to celebrate the upcoming Jubilee.
Why are they getting pickle?
Should I sacrifice my life for the Jubilee celebration? I'm in two minds whether to do this. I would like to help celebrate the Jubilee, but the organiser seems, well, quite frankly, a bit of a cock.
Well done, those people. Right, so some people would say that we are quite an inflammatory and offensive podcast. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you
we're not the worst.
No, well, by a long stretch of the imagination.
No, I think we're unintentionally offensive.
I think we're just us, and if people are offended, then yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. So I was thinking about all the different groups we've gone heavy on. So there's Christians, Mormons, Americans.
Yep.
They've gone pretty heavy on those three groups of people.
Yeah. Tread lightly now, Mark.
So I'd like to introduce another group of people that we are going to go hard on this week.
Right.
So
I'm worried.
Don't be. It's fine, because you trust me, it was fine. So while the Jubilee was on,
right,
and they shut off that big old street in London near the Queen's house. So during the Jubilees, they did the ceremony of the trooping of the colours, didn't they? Where some blokes in massive hats wander up and down with flags and guns. And that's about all my knowledge of what happens at the trooping of the colour. And then I read somewhere that there'd been a protest and some people had jumped out into the road and had been dragged off and arrested.
I think I saw that.
So I thought, you know what, fucking good on them, because I'm not really for the monarchy. I've got nothing against them personally, except the sweatless nonce and the guy who cheated on his wife and then had her killed.
And the massive amount of money that they're sat on like dragons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I'll tell you what really pissed me off yesterday is I've got a news app on my phone that gives me breaking news headlines.
Right.
I got one yesterday. Breaking news: Prince Harry and Meghan Markle release first picture of baby whatever her name is. How's that breaking news? It's a picture of a baby that's already richer than me.
Yeah.
From parents who don't care if I exist or not.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway, I digest. So I thought, yeah, good on it. They should protest.
Yep.
The amount of money that's being spent on this celebration for this woman who can't fucking walk anymore. That's not the bad thing about her. I don't know why I said that. Like, for instance, when they needed to move the crown jewels, they hired 3 limousines to do it, to move one shiny hat.
Do you think the Crown knew that it was in a fancy long car?
Probably didn't. But they needed 3 cars to do it, a motorcade of police and that as well, and you can't turn the lights on in your flat because electricity costs £1,000 per kilowatt hour now.
And I don't want the moths.
Yeah.
I don't want the moths to come in.
And if you want to buy a loaf of bread, you've got to remortgage your bastard house. Yeah. But it's all right because those 3 cars protected that hat. So I thought, good on them. Someone should protest. And then I saw whom the protesters were.
Okay.
They were vegans. They were protesting. They were protesting the fact that there's land owned by the royal family that should be returned to nature. All this bullshit.
If you're gonna pick a cause, right?
Pick a decent
things that British people like. Include the Queen,
coronation chicken,
the palace, and things like that. Yeah, coronation chicken, right? Things we don't generally like, vegans.
Yeah, and seeing that the protesters were vegans brought to mind an article I'd seen earlier last month that I'd saved to discuss about, but I'd forgotten about. So I'm just going to read you the the headline, and you will then know why it's justified for us to make fun of vegans. So this is the headline. It's on Metro News. Vegans rewrite Baa Black Sheep and 3 Blind Mice.
Oh, no.
Yep. So they've rewritten that teachers and parents are being urged to show their children vegan-friendly versions of classic nursery rhymes.
Oh, no.
So animal rights group PETA fear that traditional versions promote unfair attitudes that are not suitable for the modern age.
Look, the mice are blind. No one said they're blind because of medical testing. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's because I've eaten their eyes. So, you're familiar with Baa Black Sheep, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to read you the new vegan version, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You're never going to eat meat again. Right? You're not even going to lick your missus out again, because it's too close to it. So, this is the new Baa Black Sheep. Baa Black Sheep, can I have your wool? No, sir. No, sir. That's not cool. None for the pastor, none for the dame, none for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baa Black Sheep, can I have your wool? No, sir, no, sir. It's my wool.
Piss off.
No, it's his wool, Dad.
I'd be like, fuck you, sheep. Like,
it's his wool and you're not fucking
you
having
can't
it.
talk to me that way. You're literally a sheep.
So, this little piggy, you're aware of this little piggy? This little piggy went to market.
Okay, yeah.
So, this little piggy went shopping. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beets. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home.
Oh.
And there's a picture here of a pig winking with a beetroot in a roasting dish.
Fuck off. I'm so surprised that they let the pig cry at the end. I thought that might have promoted pig sadness.
Big depression. Oh, that sounds like a great slam band name. So here we have three blind mice.
Okay.
So you know how this one goes. The mice are blind and they get fucked up by the housewife or someone. They get their legs, the tails chopped off.
I didn't remember the ending, so that was a massive spoiler.
I'm sure they get their tails chopped off and that, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, something horrible like that. Let's find the original version. And then we can compare.
It's a trip down memory lane.
It is a horrible nursery rhyme, to be fair.
Yeah, but piss off. It's just mice. No, I wouldn't be mean to mice.
Right, so
I'll be mean about mice though.
The lyrics, 3 blind mice. Why is it so hard to find?
I don't know, Mark. I don't know what you're watching on your phone.
3 blind mice, mate.
3 spicy mices.
3 blind mice, 3 blind mice. See how they run, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice?
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. The mice were running after the farmer's wife.
Yeah, they were harassing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right. This is the vegan version.
Uh-oh.
3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife. They told her, thank you for saving their life.
Oh.
Did you ever see someone acting so nice as 3 blind mice?
I feel like we could have written that better. Something like 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. Does it say that again?
See how they run.
See how they run. They hopped over the fence one day to freedom. Free mice. Yeah, but they don't
Carry
need to.
on.
No, that was it.
Oh, was it?
Because it's
three mice.
It's a play on words.
Three mice.
Free.
And free mice.
Hashtag free the blind mice.
Free the blind mice. Right. Little Miss Muffet.
Oh, God, there's more.
Yeah, there's a couple more.
Oh, I thought we were doing 3.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, watching the bluebirds play. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and brightened Miss Muffet's day.
Wait, that's not... What? So what happened...
In the original?
Oh, wait, no. No, I can't remember. Go on. I thought I'd remembered.
Little Miss Muffet lyrics. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
You know what? I think we should be doing the opposite. I think we should be making these more aggressive.
Go on then.
So
violent up, Miss Muffet.
Okay. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet.
What is a tuffet?
Don't know. What is it? Is it like a stool?
I imagine it's like a really hairy toadstool. Alexa.
No, Mark.
What's a tuffet?
This is the 3rd episode in a row. No, I'm turning her off at the plug. I'm turning her off.
Alexa, what is a tuffet?
Fucking div.
Oh, right. So, speaking of vegans wanting to protect insects,
right,
and soften their image, I thought I'd bring up something that my old mum did the other day. Bless her heart. See, barely bring myself to say it. So, she's a lovely lady. She's a very smart lady, as my mum, but she's also a complete fucking idiot. So she was doing some gardening the other day.
Yep.
And she accidentally sprayed a snail with weed killer.
Oh, shit.
Now,
but the snail didn't like that.
Well, I mean, it's not nice, but you just go, oh, and then carry on, wouldn't you? No, not my mum. She picked that snail up, took it inside, rinsed it off under the tap.
So the poor fucking thing got sprayed with weed killer and then got waterboarded in her kitchen.
And still died.
Tell me she ate it though afterwards.
Just raw. Yeah. Didn't even chew.
Oh, it's dead now.
Didn't even chew, just swallow, so it's going to come out whole as well.
Maybe she wasn't even trying to save it. She was just rinsing it off ready for eating.
The other day as well. She's going to hate me for this.
Oh no,
because it's gold.
Your mother is lovely.
She was in our car park at work. Now we work on a business part, so there's loads of other units. And one of the units there is it's Pearson's test something or other.
One sec. She was in the car park.
Yeah.
And you work at a business park. Is that where they park the business?
Fuck off. You know what I mean? Don't do that. So someone pulled up alongside her in their car and rolled the window down.
Along came a spider. Pulled up beside her. So she sprayed it with weed killer and then rinsed it under the tap.
So she, this guy said, "Excuse me, love, do you know where Pearson's test centre is?" So my mum, being a bit dippy, bless her, she bent down, basically stuck her head through the window of the car, and went, "Penis." To which the man obviously had no reply. And then she was like, yes, it's just over there. Oh, sorry, Mum. I just realised it's a podcast and no one can hear us making stupid faces at each other. So that's just for us.
Yeah,
we'll remember that.
Break.
Right. It's Wiki How time.
Oh, it is. Wiki how, wiki how, wiki how.
How How do beatboxers do it?
I think they learn to beat on the in breath.
I thought you were going to say, I think they learn to beat on the box.
Beat on the box.
Right, so we're all going to be learning today because this is not something I knew existed.
Okay.
We're going to learn how to make it. We're going to learn about its benefits.
Can I guess what it is?
Right, I'll tell you what topic it's in. It's in nutrition and food health.
Know how to make it. Bolognese.
It's not, but I hear there's a very informative rap about that. No, all right, then that's its vast, like its wider category. It's then in a subcategory of water health benefits.
Oh no.
Yeah. Do you want to try and guess?
It's not to do with enemas, is it?
It's nothing to do with enemas. Nothing to do with piss or shit.
Okay.
It's how to make bolognese. No, it's how to make sun water.
Mark, I'm going to ask that you get a taxi home.
I was going to say,
it's on its way. Get out of my flat. It doesn't sound delicious or nutritious.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
out.
Right. Curious about sun water?
No.
All right, segment over. When left in the sun, water can harness magical healing and energizing properties.
I'm going to stop you there.
It's going to be a long segment.
This sounds like bollocks. You know? Believe it or not, Mark, I have studied nutrition.
That's a good point. I wanted to ask you something, actually.
Yeah.
For the last 2 weeks, I've been biking to and from work.
Yeah.
Why am I not thin yet?
You're not drinking sun water.
All right, that'd be it. It's a good job we're on this wiki how then.
Yeah.
So this charged water...
Oh, no.
is often used... Fuck's sake. In witchcraft for spells and rituals to strengthen spiritual energy.
Oh, no. Come on, keep going.
So
We've got to
good.
get through this now. You've started.
It's so good. Right. In this guide, we'll tell you everything you need to know about sun water, from how to make it to how to use it. Okay. So fill up those glasses and step outside because we have magic to do.
My glass has never been more empty. I am not very optimistic about this. I wish we had a jingle, because now would be a good time to put a little jingle in for WikiHow. Have we never made a jingle for WikiHow?
No, we just sort of
just have
flap.
Does it just do
we?
it?
We just sort of go WikiHow.
Oh, we just get dead enthusiastic, don't we?
Yeah, and every time it's still better than Ed Sheeran. I just fucking hate him, Dan. I fucking hate him.
Since episode 1.
I'd drink 20 pints of sun water a day if I thought it was going to get rid of Ed Sheeran.
Oh, you are like the opposite of Ed Sheeran, aren't you? Because he quite...
talented?
He quite famously loved tomato ketchup, didn't he? Didn't they make like ketchup with his name on it, right? And you can't stand the stuff.
That's Ed Ketchup.
What, the famous Pokemon trainer?
Mate, stop distracting me with the sun water.
You can tell how little I care about sun water, can't you?
Do you know what, right?
I started making jokes.
Quick note on sun water. Do you know what pisses me off about this? How it's put in the nutrition and food health and water health benefits section. They sound like scientific, factual based things, and then so you can get gullible people reading this and thinking that this is a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, you've heard of sunflower seeds. Why can't we have sun water?
Seeds that have been left out in the sun?
Yeah, like, I mean, just slap sun before anything. You know, like there's
sun
God.
bolognese.
There's son of God. Sun tan lotion.
Because otherwise it's just tan.
Well, that's sun water.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, so what is sun water? Sun water is water that's charged in the sun for spiritual healing and spells. The sun's cosmic energy is infused in the water, making it the perfect channel for spells, cleansing, and healing rituals.
Oh, no.
Once charged, sun water holds positive, encouraging, and uplifting properties that can be used to douse negative energy and strengthen self-confidence. The sun's spirit is thought to be a physical force in witchcraft.
Oh.
Sun water can aid in physical well-being, birth, and rebirth. Sorry, rebirth. I was going to say, and anything ego-related. Moon water is the polar opposite of sun water, and it's charged under the moon and represents emotional well-being.
And it really helps with unbirth and fucking non-spells.
Unbirth.
That's revolting. It's like rebirth, wasn't it?
So yeah, very scientific so far.
Right.
Obviously, lots of proof.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm liking it so far. I just can't believe it's not been incorporated into the NHS, into medical practice. Like, I've had a lot of health problems in my life that's required major surgery on my head, you know, getting inside my brain and stuff. Yeah. Why don't they just flood it with sun water?
Yeah, get a little pipette, 5 squirts of sun water, heal that eye right up.
5 squirts of sun water.
5 squirts, like 5 little
Remember
drops.
when they found your dad hung? If they'd have just bathed him in sun water,
get a little bucket.
not only would he have come back to life, but he'd have been not guilty. So, section 2. How to make sun water. Fill a clear glass jar with water.
Jar. Why a jar?
I don't know.
That could be like a Tupperware.
No,
you're the expert, Mark.
If you do it in Tupperware, then it summons the devil.
The Tuppen Devil.
The Tuppen Devil. So yeah, opt for a container with a resealable lid, such as a mason jar. There you go. This will help keep outside elements out of your fresh water.
But you want the sun to get in.
You do need the sun to get in.
That's fine.
So the container must be glass and clear for the water to take in all the sun's energy. The sun's rays, are full spectrum, and a coloured container or glass would block the light from charging the water.
So what if you get like a translucent kind of Tupperware, right? Does that mean you get like semi-sun water, or is there different grades?
No, you get Capri Sun.
Capri.
Hold the jar of water in your hands and set an intention.
Oh no. This is where you've lost me. Up to this point, it all seems very real. Like, this is something you could do. Water in a jar.
Yep. No, you got to set intentions now, mate.
Well, my intention is to charge the water.
I like the way that I play Dungeons and Dragons and people call me a fucking idiot or a fucking nerd. Ask yourself what you want from the universe and turn that want into a mantra. Take the jar of water in your hands and close your eyes, triggered, visualizing what you want as you speak your mantra into existence.
Okay. I can do this.
Right.
So I've got my jar. It's in my hands. But I'm holding it with my fingertips though, because I don't want to block in that juicy sun. And as I'm holding it, I'm going, I want sun water. I want nothing but sun water. From the universe, give me all the sun water. In fact, I don't ever want normal water again. You know?
Yeah, that's basically how it goes.
Yeah, that's the mantra, right?
So, for example, your intention might be, I am courageous.
No.
I make peace with change. Or, I have a happy and healthy life. Stay away from I want, I need, and I hope statements.
Okay. I heart sun water.
Hashtag sun water. Although you want something from the universe, you have to imagine it like it's already happened. So you'd hold your sun water and go, look at all this delicious sun water.
Ooh, my hands are so full from the sun water. Ooh, I'm going to ache tomorrow from holding all this sun water.
Setting an intention on sun water is very similar to the practice of charging crystals with intentions.
Also bullshit, quite famously.
Yeah. Set the jar of water in a sunny area.
Well, this goes without saying.
No, you see, that's where I've been going wrong because I've been putting mine on tanning beds. You know when you use the microwave instead of the oven, it speeds it up.
Yeah, it heats it, but you don't get that crispy skin.
So this could be on a sun-filled windowsill or outside on the ground. All in all, the perfect spot is one in direct sunlight. If you choose to place your water outside, consider resting it on sand, gravel, dirt, or rock. These materials conduct the Earth's natural energy, so your water will be charged with sun and earth elements. Cocktail.
So what's the benefit there? Less calories?
Diet sun water.
Yeah, sun
water zero.
Sun water light.
Sun water light. Sun water will take on the properties of the astrological sun it's under. For example, if you charge water under a Capricorn sun, Capri sun, it will have driven and ambitious characteristics on top of its sun characteristics. 4. Leave the water to charge for at least 3 hours.
That's a long time.
I know. I'm thirsty. So you've filled your glass, set your intention, and they've spelt now wrong.
What?
They've spelt now instead of N-O-W. They've spelt it K-N-O-W.
Oh, I thought it was going to say N-A-U.
No. So
now.
No, all that's left is to wait for it to charge. The water will be charged in 3 hours, but it's recommended to leave it out for longer. Try leaving it out from dawn till dusk or on one or multiple days. If you want to leave your water outside in the sun for more than a day, remember to bring it inside when the sun starts to set. You don't want the moon's energy affecting your sun water.
Stay away from me. What if it stagnates?
Oh, mate. This is right. Nearly done.
Thank God.
This is fantastic. Section 3 of 3. How to use sun water. 1. Drink sun water. That's what it says.
Right, okay. Yep, count me in.
So sun water is a rejuvenating source of energy that'll have you feeling good in no time. Try taking a few sips of sun water when you're feeling low or need a quick pick-me-up. Its positive energy will help balance any negative energy. So you know, like Red Bull gives you wings. This one could be like sun water gives you skin cancer.
Yeah.
Remember, sun water takes on characteristics of the astrological season. If you take a sip of sun water charged under a Virgo sun, you may feel productive and organised. If you're planning to drink your sun water, make sure that the water you originally filled your glass container with is clean and safe to drink.
It's not from like a puddle.
Yeah. Also empty it, like wringing out a sponge into it. Right. Cleanse crystals with sun water. Rather than infusing energy like moon water, sun water releases energy. When a crystal is put in sun-charged water, the energy within the crystal is released, cleansing it. Consider dropping a crystal in a jar of sun water to cleanse it before its next charge.
I was all in until the crystals.
Is that what's done it for you?
I was sold about the midway point. Now you're losing me again, Mark.
Add sun water to a bath. Or just bathe in a river.
Well, I think we're missing a really obvious use for sun water. You could really use it to rinse the weed killer off snails.
A cup or so of sun water to a soothing bubble bath, a lot of chemicals there, can help your body and spirit heal. The sun water's energy will add a splash of positivity and vitality, so hop right in and see how you feel. I love this line.
Oh.
Think of it as like cleansing crystals, but you're the crystal.
Oh,
oh, fucking hell!
That's powerful.
I'm so happy I read that. Absolutely.
I've got a semi.
This let's a little bit about the co-author.
The co-author,
Ali Rusciano.
Oh my God! So the main author, plot twist, it was written by a jar of sun water.
I thought you were going to say the sun. So this article's co-authored by WikiHow staff writer Ali Rusciano. She's a creative writer based outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
You ain't kidding. That's creative writing.
Yeah.
Like, that is the best job on the planet. Like, I could write 10 articles like that in a day.
What the fuck? Right. She has over 10 years of experience in creating academic and professional writing. Ali's writing has been nationally recognised in Sigma Tau Delta Rectangle and featured in Blue Marble Review, The Sunshine Review, Pop Matters, and The Cathartic Literary Magazine.
Oh my lord, she's doing good.
She is. Except for all this Sunwater bollocks.
Yeah, but Mark, how much more money has she made from creative writing than you have?
Probably a lot.
You're in the wrong business.
To be fair, she's got references.
Yeah.
There's 11 references in this article. Out of those 11 references, only 3 of them aren't to a YouTube video.
Oh no.
So what's your take, Dan? What do you think about Sunwater?
Yeah, not for me.
No?
Yeah, I'll stick to drinking my own piss. You ever been in a long-distance relationship, Mark?
Nope.
No, me neither. I've always broke up with them as soon as they've moved away.
As soon as they've left the house.
No, sorry. They moved away to get away from me. That's what
I don't fucking blame them.
So long-distance relationships, I imagine, are pretty hard. So I think today we should try and fix that. In this week's Dark Ball Technology Corner. No jingle. You first.
Right, okay. That was a terrible introduction.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good.
No, but, you know, it's the best we can do.
We can improve upon that now, though.
So, right. We need to improve the experience that long-distance couples have. So, yep. I like you. I've never done it. I imagine it's horrible. Not being able to see the person you love every day, feel the warmth of their skin, smell their genitals, all that kind of stuff that regular couples do on a daily basis. So I've got the perfect thing. So it's a bit like texting or messaging.
Okay,
but it's a little bit more personal. It's not as I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, look, you could just ring people up on the phone if you want to hear their voice, but phone calls are a bit mundane.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know what to say on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. So, what this is going to be is right. So you're going to get a glass jar.
Yeah.
Right. Made of special glass, so it's indestructible. So if it falls from like a great height, nothing happens to it.
Okay.
Because obviously that's important. Because
I'm often dropping jars.
Yeah.
As a man who lives on the 5th floor of an apartment building, I'm quite often dropping jars out the window.
I imagine that the amount of money you spend on jars alone in a month is ridiculous.
Well, honestly, mate, it's hard not to drop the jars when I'm trying to balance them on the windowsill to charge up my Sunwater.
Well, this is the thing. So this does involve Sunwater, actually, but it's a special kind of Sunwater. So it can only be utilised when the sun is in the astrological season of the abyss.
Yeah. That completely tracks.
And then you fill your glass jar with water, put it in the season of the abyss.
Yeah.
And instead of giving it a mantra, so when you hold it and say, I want a, platinum butt plug or something,
yeah,
you tell it the message that you want it to pass on.
Okay.
So the water takes on the abysmal sun energy.
Yeah.
And then it takes on your message.
Okay.
You tie it to a helium-filled balloon.
This sounds quite honestly, very, very convenient.
I know, it's shockingly convenient. So, and then you tie it to a helium-filled balloon and it makes its way to your loved one. They open the jar and your voice emanates from it.
No speaker, it just flows out.
Flows out of the sun water, the abysmal sun water.
Now, that's the amazing thing about the season of the abyss.
Well, that's the thing. The season of the abyss is the one thing that causes the only downside.
Oh, okay.
Because it means that when you talk, you have to talk as if you're like in medieval times.
So, can you give me an example of a message that you might want to send your wife? Say that she was a few hundred miles away.
A few hundred miles. So, say my wife was a few hundred miles away, and
so you got the jar in your hand.
I've got the jar in the hand.
It's real abyssy out there in that weird season between
in the season of the
autumn
abyss.
and winter.
Yeah, and you give me an example of something I should say. What do you want to say to your wife or your missus when she's that far away and you've not seen her for ages?
You could say something romantic like "soil your knickers and send them to me."
Yeah, okay, perfect. Yep. To say that medieval. Lo! Lo, mine love, who hath the cleanest of undergarments. Your liege doth requesteth that thou do soil those undergarments, and sendeth them to me post haste, so I may take off a little sniffle.
Okay, so that
pop that in your jar.
Yep,
off it goes.
Right,
and she opens the jar. That's what she hears. And it's nicer than texting and messaging because she hears your voice.
Yeah. It's
nicer than calling because it's spontaneous. It's out of the blue. And you're not forced to have a conversation, where an awkward conversation over phone where you don't really know where to start or to finish. And the phone calls are just so mundane because you're just talking about random bollocks like, oh, did you get did you tape Coronation Street last night and all that shit. It's just like a voice note.
I guess it's got that same kind of novelty as like a postcard, but sent a few hundred years previous.
Yeah. You know? And it's got all that sun water, and then you can have a little drink of the sun water after if you want, and it fills you with abysmal energy.
Abysmal energy. Okay, that's amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
So what's the name of this product?
The abysmal sun water notes.
So I'd have called it the jar of abysmal energy.
I would have done, but it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So
that's brilliant.
What's yours then?
So mine is completely different, and in my opinion, far superior.
Right, I'm in.
I think one of the main problems with long distance relationships is the travelling to and from to see each other. You know, planes are quite bad for the environment
and expensive.
So are cars. Yep. Cars, you know, petrol, it doesn't cost the same as it used to. It's a lot more expensive. So picture this. Parked up right next to your car is a large cube. So you might not realise, but there's been a lot of research lately into the aerodynamics of enormous cubes.
Right, okay. No, I haven't read that.
Yeah, I have.
The thing is, though, the latest, scientific journal was all about sun water, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. And in this, it was quite an interesting read, actually, by Simon Winchin Stingleson, MD. Master of Dis.
I'm the master of Dis.
So yeah, you go outside to your enormous cube that's parked next to your car. So cars are fine for short journeys, but for long journeys, you're looking for something a bit more aerodynamic. Okay. This is where my product comes in. So it's actually defying all physics by balancing on a jackhammer-style pogo system. So the way we get this revved up is there's actually inside of it, in the inner workings of it, there isn't an engine. We're harnessing manpower. More specifically, we're harnessing feral boy power.
Feral boy?
So we whip by the orphanages.
I'm sure that's a band.
Yeah. So we tend to kind of put our factories, we build them near orphanages. So if there's ever children that are unwanted, horrible.
All unwanted, that's why they're all there.
Yeah, well, wanted even less. These ones won't get adopted. And they know it. They know
so the ugly ones.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and it's quite boring at an orphanage.
Never been.
But what's not boring...
I'm not allowed back.
What's not boring is powering the jackhammer pogo cube. So it can move at 6 times the rate of an average car, but it's unique in the way that it moves. It doesn't travel along roads. It launches in arch-shaped movements, much like Superman, who is able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. The orphan-powered pogo cubes...
Orphan-powered...
Yeah. They make large leaps until you're at your destination.
Okay.
So you don't get the typical motion sickness that you would do from a car that's moving quite slowly along roads. You know, you're looking out the window, you feel like you're gonna throw up everywhere. You no longer have to worry about being covered in vomit by the time you meet your love.
So, is it not governed by any sort of regulatory body then? Because obviously, to fly planes and that, you have to file a flight plan. All this kind of stuff. So can you just gamble about?
Very much under the table deal in this.
Right, okay. So it's not strictly legal.
It's like those motorised scooters that you see all the chavs riding about on.
Oh, them, yeah, the scummy, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a legal grey area.
It's a loophole.
Because while they are very fast, they are neither using the roads or flying. See what we did there? What we did there.
You saw a problem and you worked around it.
It's the equivalent of having a really speedy pair of shoes. Yeah, you're gonna be going a little bit too fast to be on the pavement, a little bit too slow to be on the road, but it's not a crime, Mark. What is a crime is harnessing the power of orphans.
And how have you worked around that?
Well, I've actually come into quite a bit of money since Aunt Claudia passed away. And I've been able to pay off the necessary governing bodies to allow me to carry out my vision of the orphan-powered pogo cube.
Well, I was going to say, why don't you just adopt them all? Because then they could do what the fucking hell they're told, can't they?
Don't need no kids. Don't need no...
Well,
made them.
It's fantastic. I love it.
They're the purchaser's problem.
Yeah. Fantastic idea. I didn't realise that cubes were so aerodynamically sound. I thought they were quite a bad shape aerodynamically, but I haven't read that, in the scientific journals.
You'd be surprised, man.
So, what's the jingle then? What's the jingle like?
Do-do. Do-do-do. It's the orphan-powered pogo cube. Don't get cogs and stuff caught in your pubes. Because that's what cars are known for prolifically.
Yeah, that's why I got rid of mine, because I was sick of getting my pubes stuck in the cogs.
Well, thanks for sticking that out with us.
That was a good one.
That's it. First episode of our second year.
That's right. And do you know what I'm going to do to celebrate?
Yep.
I'm going to go home, get some jars of water, get them in the sun.
Bring it for next time. We need to keep the energy up.
Positive energy.
And thank you to our new listeners in Hong Kong.
And Romania.
Wow, what a weird turnout.
I'll always remember.
And always remember.
No one asked for it.
No one needed it.
But this was it.
It was the Dark Ballcast.
Fuck off.